Next topic is the changes in market share in the smartphone market worldwide throughout the last few years. This article is on Mac Rumors, and this is basically looking at the rise and fall of iOS and Android, and starting in July 2018 up to January of this year. And the trend is interesting. Basically, Android is losing market share. Basically, early this year, it dropped below 70%. I don't have the... So those are the latest numbers that are represented here. And iOS, basically, at the end of last year, basically was scratching at the 30% mark, and up from almost just 18%. And Android came from almost 78%. So it's interesting to see, especially since this is basically global data. And you must not forget, Android is, I don't know how many manufacturers worldwide are producing and selling Android devices. And there is only one Apple who's selling iOS devices. But what's important, I think, to note is iOS devices last longer. And therefore, when you basically check usage data, you will see that over time, there will be more active iOS device, more and more active iOS devices, because people are continuing to handing them on because they're still valid and functioning. This is especially the case for iPads. I actually looked up yesterday because there was a story on 9 to 5 Mac, I think. So because I came across this article here talking about making an iPad your HomeKit hub in your home, in your house, in your apartment, whatever. And I found this a pretty neat idea, not only regarding the home hub thing, because, for example, I have HomePods in my home and they are acting as a home hub, but having a iPad for these kinds of information connected to the wall is a cool idea. And I wanted to check which iPads are actually still supporting the latest iOS, because you need iOS 15 for this to work. And I was astonished to get back to back to this article regarding the market share. The iPad Air 2, which is from 2014, it's 8 years old, and it still is supported with iOS 15. It will probably not with iOS 16, but with iOS 15 support, you bought this iPad 8 years ago and you can still use all the current features, including this home hub support. So if you have an iPad, perhaps with a broken battery, that is newer than the iPad Air 2, or if you have an iPad Air 2 with where that is the case, you can make it your smart home control terminal. Install it on the wall, like it's shown here in the article. That's the wrong one. This is the right one. And this is awesome because this keeps electronics away from a landfill. Of course, Apple is not the greatest in regards to repairability, but having the software lifespan actually makes it worth to repair these devices. And that's important. Yeah, of course, a normal PC, you can maintain it, and normally you can run the latest operating system on that as well. If you're running Windows, or even if you have older machines, you install Linux and you're fine. But that's not easy doable with mobile devices, and having long-lasting OS support, of course, benefits the overall market share of the operating system in the long term. And that's, I think, what we are seeing here, because a lot of Android devices, they only have 1 or 2 years. They had 1 or 2 years of software support, and often they were also underpowered, so they also were not good to use anymore, and they were thrown away much faster, of course, leading to people buying new devices, but therefore the market share is not really growing, because you are replacing devices and not gaining devices at some point. And I think that's actually what we are seeing here.